Life is beautiful this weekend, and check out some local art and local nonprofit. Studio G starts right now.
Welcome to Studio G. I'm Jordan Lorenzo.
And I'm Sarah Shelton. We start off today's show with some breaking news. If the first responders on campus Thursday had you wondering what was going on, Brian Ortega has the story.
Thanks, ladies. Terrible news came out of the renovation construction site at the Thomas & Mack Center Thursday morning, where a man was critically injured and was later pronounced dead at a Valley hospital. Joshua Richard Mead's death has been ruled an accident, but the details of this occurrence are still being determined by UNLV and local officials. The coroner confirmed that the 27-year-old's cause of death was traumatic asphyxia by the result of blunt force injuries, reportedly by a trench plate. Beyond relaying basic information on the situation, local authorities and UNLV have remained relatively quiet on the matter in the following days. Despite the accident, construction resumed on the $72 million renovation project that is set to be finished by the end of the year. We are still waiting on the details of the accident, and it's possible that those details could have major legal implications. Studio G will be sure to keep you up to date on the story as it unfolds. We would like to give our condolences to Joshua and his friends and family. Back to you, Jordan, in the studio.
Thank you, Brian. UNLV Police held their annual Police Awareness Week in the SU. This event is held every September to familiarize students with the police staff and showcase the programs they provide.
We have a laptop registration program and a bicycle registration program which helps hinder any thefts on campus. We also inform people about our safety escort program at night. If you're on campus at night by yourself and you want to be escorted by a police officer to your car or your dorm room and get there safely.
The event allows students to get to know their police officers. There were booths set up to look at police equipment, meet the K-9 unit, and learn about alcohol awareness.
I was interested because I seen the law enforcement in their booths. A lot of them had their equipment out, and I had various questions about that, about how they used it, what it was for.
To sign up for the laptop or bike registration.
It's indeed stolen. We have the information, so now we can put into a National Crime Information Center. So if any police officer comes upon it in the country, they'll be able to realize that it's stolen and get the property back to you.
To sign up for the laptop or bike registration, all you need to do is fill out a form with your name, address, and telephone number, along with the property's make, model, and serial number. The police then upload all the information to their system in case the item is lost or stolen. If you are interested in any of the police services offered you can check out their website at unlv.edu/police. To get a police escort to your car or dorm, you can call their dispatch number at 702-895-3668 or use the emergency phones on campus. That makes me feel a lot more safe.
Definitely. It's good to know that those are around campus for us.
Yes. Well, stick around. Studio G will be right back.
Our Metropolis is a 30-minute show that airs every Tuesday evening at 91.5. You're going to hear Dr. Gary Larson along with our regular contributors talking about what matters to our community. And not only what matters, but why does it matter? We look at our community as a whole, but we also pay special attention to what's happening here at UNLV because that's our home as well. So looking at our Metropolis through the lens of a radio show really gives us the unique perspective to tell a story through words and through people, and I think it makes for a great program.
We are member supported. KUNV 91.5, The Source. Here's why you should become a member. Become a part of the public radio family while keeping jazz alive in Southern Nevada. Every member receives a discount card to businesses and restaurants around the valley. along with a premium of KUNV branded items. Exclusive access to KUNV ticket giveaways for concerts and events. And private members-only events with prominent musicians such as Paul Taylor, Vincent Ingala, and many more. We are 91.5 The Source, and that source is you. So become a member today. We are member supported. KUNV 91.5 The Source. Here's why you should become a member. Become a part of the public radio family while keeping jazz alive in Southern Nevada. Every member receives a discount card to businesses and restaurants around the valley, along with a premium of KUNV branded items. Exclusive access to KUNV ticket giveaways for concerts and events. And private members-only events with prominent musicians such as Paul Taylor, Vincent Ingala, and many more. We are 91.5 The Source, and that source is you. So become a member today.
Have you ever wanted to know what it's like to be a Las Vegas showgirl? Las Vegas tourists have been taking pictures with showgirls on the Strip for 2 years. In 2006, two friends hit the streets with two handmade costumes and formed the business Showgirl Mafia, a company that employs over 20 showgirls on the Strip.
We made two showgirl costumes and we went onto the Strip and we just took pictures of tourists. And so basically that's how this whole thing started. Okay, with the girls with the photo ops, what they do is basically they rent our costumes and then they go and stand on the Strip. The Strip is so long, so they can stand anywhere they want. But
the flexibility of the hours and the experience of meeting new people is what attracted UNLV student Kelsey Eckerson to the job.
I showgirl about once or twice per week. I enjoy showgirling because it's a fun experience. You get to interact with a lot of different people, and also I get to choose when I want to work, so it's nice because my school schedule is busy, so I can work around it.
So next time you're out on the Strip, be sure to snap a photo with one of Las Vegas's very own showgirls and maybe throw them a tip.
The Life is Beautiful Music Festival took place this weekend. Reporter Deshola Balogan hit the streets to find out what festival goers had to say about the event and who they were most excited to see.
There are so many events that happen around the world every day, but a new trend seems to be festivals. And of course, a big portion of them are happening right here in Vegas. We already saw a couple this year, and now it's time for Life is Beautiful. So what's your name?
Brandon.
My name's Jason Ellis.
Gina Pisanelli. Summer like the season. Courtney Miller.
Have you guys ever been in Life is Beautiful before?
Yes, 2 years before. It's amazing. I have been here. Third year.
This is my first time.
What do you think about it?
I had a great time so far.
Third time, actually, been here since year one.
I was here 2 years ago. So like the first time when it opened.
And how was it when you first came?
It was good. I feel like this year it's a lot better.
Who are you most excited to see?
Kendrick, definitely.
I'm excited to see Against Me, Death Cab, and Weezer.
Honestly, I'm excited to see 21 Pilots.
Stevie Wonder, man, for sure.
Stevie Wonder, Major Lazer, and Weezer.
Major Lazer.
Major Lazer. What's your favorite song by them?
Playground.
First time here?
Yes.
And who are you most excited to see?
Tonight, 21 Pilots.
Why?
Because they are just amazing and they're my favorite people ever.
Some people also come out to the festival to make friends and eat good food.
It doesn't matter who you are, what color you are, what you look like. The music really breaks down any barrier that you have because it's really about the love and the connection you have with each other.
We came down to just be able to like jam and chill and see everything you guys have to offer.
My name is Rebecca. I'm here with Vegination. We actually have a booth here. We're with all the food vendors.
Whether it's the food, music, or atmosphere, Life is Beautiful has something for everyone. For Studio G, I'm Deshola Balogan.
The Life is Beautiful Festival takes place every year downtown and features a wide variety of hit artists. If you didn't make it this year, you can always check it out next year. Speaking of artists, reporter Sally-Ann Ficarata gives us a look at one of Las Vegas's local artists, Anthony Dinoto. That just goes to show you, you don't need to go to school for art. You just have to have a passion and make it happen.
Dinoto has always been an artistic person.
Since, back in elementary school, just crazy designs and cool designs.
At just 14 years old, he started working with Renegade Graphics.
And Renegade Graphics at the time was doing backdrops for Metallica and Guns N' Roses. And for a 14-year-old kid, that was very exciting.
After coming to Las Vegas from Cleveland, Ohio, Anthony didn't have as much time for his artwork while managing a bar called Hogs and Heifers.
I wasn't able to have that outlet of artwork.
Once he bought a new house 4 years ago, he got his motivation back.
I started decorating, and I needed to fill up my house with different types of art, and I said, you know, I have the capability, so why purchase it?
Anthony's a real talented guy, and he's original, and it shows in his art.
Anthony tries to use as many recycled items in his work as possible.
Kind of a more industrial, maybe a bit of a modern look to it too. A lot of woods, dark woods and metals.
And wood and metal tend to be the most common things you'd run across on a job site or left over from construction.
After filling his own house with his art, Anthony started on his friends' houses.
I just tell him what I want, and he just goes and creates something, you know, that's totally unique and totally different.
One of the jobs for my buddy Zub and Nugget led into a pretty big piece of work.
Anthony built a watchtower for Hublot in Caesar's Forum Shops.
And became a selfie station for the entire mall.
Anthony currently does all his artwork from the small space in his garage.
For anyone that is in the art industry or just has a burning desire, and you know you should be doing something else, is to chase your dreams and to definitely follow what you feel in your heart.
I'm Sally Ann Ficarata, Studio G.
It's always cool to see the creative artsy side of Las Vegas.
Yeah, he does really good. I would want to see what he does with my house.
Definitely. So when we come back, reporter Deshola Balagan will be interviewing Assistant Vice President of Diversity Initiatives, Jose Melendez, about UNLV's diverse campus. We'll be right back.
We don't understand why people who have voluntarily served our country should ever be homeless. Our goal is to provide them with all the services that we possibly can to get them back on their feet and becoming productive members of society again.
More than Music Mondays. Rap, hip hop, R&B too. I like to play like any new upcoming music, new albums, new mixtapes. I like to open up with maybe kind of like a hype song that gives people energy. Just play any type of good music and then give people like a rundown what's going on currently in hip hop. Just good vibes, good music. A lot of radio stations don't keep up with playing good music. So that's really the goal. This is Jalen Young on More Than Music Mondays. Check me out on the Rebel HD2.
Awesome. I didn't know what I was getting into. I thought it was just going to be fun, just me in a room playing music. And it's blossomed into something beyond what I imagined. Like, people just love it. There's like, a lot of people are eager and excited to be a part of UNLV radio. A lot of people didn't even know UNLV had a radio station, so I'm glad to be bringing that awareness to the Vegas community.
It feels great. You know, it's a great accomplishment because it starts as something that nobody knows about. You get to build it from the ground up. So it builds your work ethic. It also gives you a sense of accomplishment when it's like, man, we made it. We did something. We made something that nobody else has made. So
it's great to be part of the student community and having to bring something to the student body with music, which is one of my passions.
I feel like it's giving me a voice, and not just for me, but for people who has had something they are passionate about. And I just want to, keep that conversation going and let other people see what we're talking about here.
It's amazing to have an opportunity to play whatever it is that you want to play. It's also a great way to connect and meet with new artists, great people, just music lovers in general.
What's up, it's your girl Scribe Cash. This is
The Prince Madison. This is The Takeover.
Played by the Video Games Live Orchestra.
Yeah, on Twitter, @MilesLowMusic and
Welcome back. If you haven't already heard, UNLV has gone from 6th to the 2nd most ethnically diverse university in the nation. UNLV has been on the top 10 most ethnically diverse list for 5 consecutive years. Right now I'm with Mr. Jose Melendez, the Vice President of the Office of Diversity Initiatives. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, good. So that is a really big deal. So what does it mean for UNLV to be the second most ethnically diverse university in the nation?
Across the United States, it's huge. UNLV is making a lot of strides towards becoming a top-tier research institution, as President Jessup has announced in his recent State of the University address. And so with that, there is a lot of work that needs to be done and put into place in terms of infrastructure and institutional support. And so thinking about the diversity of not only our student population, but then looking geographically and demographically at where we are in Southern Nevada, being the most diverse area in state of Nevada. So that just complements the diversity of our student population. So what that means is thinking about where we're going as an institution in terms of resources, in terms of programs and services that need to be in place to support the diversity of that student population, and what those types of programs need to look like for the unique needs that those students bring to this campus. And we know research has shown us over the years that the more diverse a student population is, the richness of that diversity, it actually complements an institution in terms of where you're going, the wealth of having all that diversity, mixing it up on campus, the student engagement, faculty engagement with students, resources, all those different things that need to play out in terms of supporting the richness of that diversity.
And what was the process of how we went from this number 6 to the second most diverse?
Well, part of it has just been a kind of just a natural process, given, again, the diversity of Southern Nevada, just the growth of the student population here. When you look at the Clark County School District, which is the 5th largest school district in the country, they have a diverse population of over 60-70% just in their student body. When you look at the Latino population within the Clark County School District, currently right now they make up over 44% of the entire school district. If you look at, and that's grades K through 12. If you look at the grades K through 6, that Latino population jumps up to over 50%. And I spotlight the Latino population because of the fact that UNLV is now a minority serving institution, along with being the second most diverse institution in the country. We are also hold the designation as a minority serving institution under the Department of Education, which is Title III, and that's for our Asian American, Native American, and Pacific Islander students. And we're on the verge of becoming a Hispanic serving institution, which means that 25% of your total student population is of race or ethnicity of Latino. And so we're about to hit that designation as well.
Okay. And does the school purposefully recruit like ethnically diverse students? Is there any process?
I know there are a lot of new initiatives in place. When you look at the Office of Enrollment and Student Services, where they handle recruitment, in the last couple of years, they have made a big push to diversify their staff. When you look at the unique needs of faculty on this campus and understanding the diversity that needs to be there with our faculty to engage the diverse student population. So there have been some genuine efforts by UNLV to diversify faculty, staff, and thinking about the programs that we utilize to reach out to those student populations. Because, for example, when you're out there recruiting an Asian American, Asian families, Latino families, it's just not the student that we're recruiting. We're talking to the entire family. It's going to be a family choice about where that student is going to go to college and to continue their higher education. So we as an institution, I think in the last couple of years have put a lot of new resources and really looking at the process of what it means to recruit such a diverse student body to UNLV. So yes, those have been upfront, honest conversations about what we need to do as an institution to recruit those students, to put resources in place, to make sure that our faculty are understanding the diversity of the new student that they're serving at UNLV. We still have a long ways to go. There's still a lot of work to be done, but we're on a good pathway, and with the leadership of President Jessup and the Vice President that I directly report to, Luis Valera, and the new Chief Diversity Officer, Rainier Spencer. There's a lot of things that are being put in place now to move keep the university going in the right direction when it comes to understanding and working with the diversity of our student populations.
Okay, and would you say that programs like the Latino Youth Leadership Conference help promote enrollment among like Latino and Latina students?
Yeah, well, not only do they help promote programs like the Latino Leadership Conference, which is now in its 23rd year at UNLV, not only does it help promote recruitment, but it also, we know that the more time a student spends on a university campus, whether it's middle school, elementary school, high school, the more time they spend on a university campus, the more they start to believe that, hey, I actually belong there. I can be a part of that institution. I can be successful there. So what the Latino Youth Leadership Conference does is not only is a way to get those students on campus, because they come on campus and they spend an entire week, and we give them the full immersion college student experience program. They stay in the dorms, they eat in the dining commons, they meet with faculty, they meet with other professionals, they learn about career pathways, they learn about workforce opportunities. We talk to them about, STEM, the science, technology, engineering, and math. That's a big field right now. We know there's a lot of future jobs going to be there. So we have an element of STEM that the students are introduced to. So it's a huge impact. And we average between 90 to 95 students over the last 5 years that have attended that conference. Next summer, our goal is to target 125 students. And the great thing about that is, again, we address issues of social networking, peer mentoring. The facilitators who run the program are all current college students. The last couple of years, they've all been students who are currently at CSN and here at UNLV. They facilitate the entire conference, so it's run by students for students. Staff like myself, there's a lot of support from UNLV in terms of Dr. Juanita Fain and providing support and access for housing for the students. All the staff in the dining commons who are constantly feeding, and in the summer, it's not just the Latinos. There's all kinds of programs that are taking place, and those dining commons are packed, and the staff do a wonderful job over there of providing access and making sure that everything's in place for the students to come and eat. And then the faculty who volunteer their time during the summer to come in and lead workshops and provide information, as well as other staff from admissions from our Office of Diversity Initiatives who volunteer their time during that week to provide information, along with, like I said, not only the Latino Leadership Conference, but other conferences that take place throughout the entire summer. You're seeing, I think from the university perspective, the Academic Success Center, the last 2 years, have run a math, kind of like a math bridge program during the summer. So identifying where students are with their math and giving them training, giving them more resources, giving them more opportunities to learn and improve their skills in math, so that once they get on campus for the regular semester, they'll have opportunities to be more successful. So you see all types of those types of programs that are being put into place. And as we learn more about the unique needs of each of those diverse student populations, then what other programs can we look at to put in place to support them? So whether it's financial resources, how to navigate a university system, how FAFSA works, I mean, you name it, whatever the needs are, UNLV is starting to put programs in place that try to get to each one of those needs and address them and provide the students the resources. It's about, I think, kind of what you're seeing happen here. It's about being really student oriented and student focused, so that when that student comes to UNLV, they're here 4, 5, 6 years. The average student graduates within 5 or 6 years. That when they graduate, they're going to have a really great feeling about, yeah, I was a rebel, I graduated from UNLV, and then we're going to have engaged alumni down the road. That's what we're looking for. So,
okay, and I want to know, like, what would you say is like the biggest difference, since we go to the school, and if we haven't gone anywhere else, what is the difference between our school, which is the second most diverse, compared to a school that's like predominantly one race, Yeah. Like, what would you say is, even for student life or any,
Well, I think that you hit it right. What is student life? What is your experience going to be like when you're in an environment where you're meeting folks who, Latino, Asian American, Native American, Pacific Islander, white, African American, you name it, the richness of what's here, what exists in Southern Nevada, which you're not going to find in a lot of places. Latinos are growing at a pretty significant rate in the state of Nevada. You look at the population of Asian American and Pacific Islanders that are growing pretty significantly. So it's just going to continue to grow. And we know, again, research has shown us now over many years now, of the richness of what happens when students mix in and interact with other cultures. It's just a huge step up for them, an advantage for them, versus going somewhere else where they might not experience a lot of diversity, where they might not, you have predominantly white institutions, where you might not just, for some cases, students, we know there's research showing where student shows up on campus and it's the first time they're having an interaction with a black student. Or vice versa. Black students coming from a place where it's the first time they're interacting with so many white students. And so here, where you get just the mix of all the different races, it's just a beautiful environment.
Opens up your mind.
Oh no, it challenges you. It opens up your mind. Maybe in some cases you get a little bit uncomfortable because you've never dealt with somebody who's a Pacific Islander or Samoan, and so for the first time you're encountering these different cultures and different races. But I know that, for example, through the office of, they just recently changed the name in Student Affairs, but in Student Affairs, They put on all kinds of programs to embrace the richness of the diversity, to embrace all the different cultures that exist on this campus. I just recently participated for Hispanic Heritage, which we're in the middle of right now. I just participated on a Oye Mi Canto, Hear My Voice, and we were sharing stories about what it meant to be a Latino, or in more case, a Chicano, here in Nevada, and our experiences and our family stories and our lived experiences. And that's what I think, when you talk about the diversity that exists here in Nevada and Southern Nevada, that's what the students are exposed to here at UNLV. I mean, you walk into the student union on any day and just stop and take a look around and see what you see. You know, I think that's the best example. And then, you know, walk on campus and you just see all these different faces and colors and the way people dress and what they eat. And so it's beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful experience. I love being here at UNLV, just from that, and not because I do diversity work. I mean, I graduated from UNLV in 1994, and to see how the university has grown with the richness of that diversity, and understanding that as a university we have responsibilities to not only make it a safe and inclusive environment for the diversity of all these students, but then to establish programs that are going to help those students to be successful, knowing that everybody comes from a different place. Whether it's race, ethnicity, culture, they all come from different places, different experiences. And what we have to do, part of our role in the Office of Diversity Initiatives, is to help make sure that programs and services are in place that embrace that diversity, that embrace those lived experiences, those cultures, versus not finding a safe place, in a place where maybe they don't want to be.
And I agree. So I think it's good that we are, you know, like the second most diverse, and hopefully we'll become the number one.
The direction we're going, I think we keep working towards that. So
of course, and I want to say thank you for being here. And when we come back, we will find out about the nonprofit organization that is helping cancer patients in need.
I'm Kylie O'Rourke.
Shervin Mushuri. I'm Langston Carter.
Hi, I'm Holly.
My name is Anna.
My name is Jameson Wilk. Window on the Middle East.
Spinning Indie.
Good news with Holly.
It's jazz and a touch of soul.
It's Latin Nights with Anna.
The Rebel and Revolt Show.
And you can check it out on therebelhd2.com.
Sunday evening jazz. I mainly play a lot of contemporary jazz music from the 1960s up until about 2012, 2013. When I go on, just explain who it was, the name of the song, the name of the artist, maybe the name of the album, their career. I just hope that everybody enjoys it and appreciate it for the kind of music it is and how great it is. My name is Sam, and I host Sunday evening jazz on therebelhd2.com.
Do you know someone who has been affected by cancer? The Caring Place is a nonprofit organization here in Las Vegas dedicated to helping those in need who have had cancer or have been affected by cancer. The Caring Place is a warm, relaxing, and judgment-free environment. All of the services offered are free of charge. Families, friends, and caregivers are welcome to join the members as well.
It's a place where people who are faced with the cancer challenge can come and relax in a different way. So they can receive massage therapy or Reiki or reflexology. They can come to group yoga classes or support groups. The Caring Place to me is just this beautiful, home-like, warm environment where people can know that they're safe. And that's the number one thing, for people to feel comfortable and safe here.
If you would like to become a participant, a volunteer, or donate to The Caring Place, please visit www.thecaringplacenv.org.
That sounds really good.
Right, definitely. Well, if you, that can be a quick way to lose your money if you're not careful, but it is a convenient to everyday sports bettor.
Well, sports, and I wonder if they have that at the Cancer Center.
Right.
For everybody to still participate and be involved in that as well.
Speaking of sports, UNLV sports is doing pretty good.
Nice.
We beat Idaho. Woohoo!
Well, that wraps up. Yeah, right. That wraps up today's show on Studio G. Don't forget to join us tomorrow for another edition and to see what's going on in Las Vegas and around campus. I'm Jordan Lorenzo.
And I'm Sarah Shelton. Have a great day, Rebels.